Subtitans, this is your hostess Leslie. Welcome to the 5th episode. And as you can see, I'm wearing a new swag. We've launched our new swag, and we're looking forward to great things this week. Amazing things for you, and amazing things have been happening in the ecosystem. Basically, I don't know what to start with, but this week has been very interesting. First of all, I want to start with a joke. And there's this thing that has been going around, women in tech, and the funny thing about this is there's this person on internet, and she came and just posted a thread of Denise. Denise is a female. Yeah, I think Denise is a female. Denise is female, yeah. And she said Denise came and asked for her phone, and seeing that the auntie was distracted with quite a lot of things, she took the phone, which was locked, and she took a family portrait, and she went to scan the face, and amazing, the phone opened, and now we get to see the women in tech are very active, and I think we better have to watch our phones, hide your passports for those who are hidden. And the fun fact of the week is, on a day like this, Microsoft realized they had not jumped on the bandwagon of the internet, and in the morning, Bill Gates woke up and he released a statement, or per se a notice, citing that they're now going to jump into the internet wave because they realized they were late and the internet is going to become the next big thing. And by this, basically they had produced IBM computers, they were going to jump on this also, since they had a track of creating new things and good things. However, we don't know how that went. You can go check. It's called the internet tidal wave. You can go read about it, and you see how Microsoft went around that thing and how they did it. And just to inform you about the week, don't be so slow. Don't be so slow like Microsoft had. They paved. Right now they're big, yes, but they jumped into the internet with a little bit behind. Basically, they had other things, and just don't be slow. Just go and check stuff. Be ready. Be an entrepreneur. Jump on the ship and move things. As we said earlier, this week is going to be interesting, and by interesting, I mean a couple of things have been happening. This week, Uber announced something. However, they've been having their highs and lows, but the high took the crown anyway. And also, we had a Namibian startup on the waves. I know a couple of you have never heard of a Namibian startup, but they've been around for quite some time, backed by YC, Y Combinator, and also again another startup in Egypt. It's called Esaal, secures the fund. And another thing is Nigerian startups are starting to encroach Kenya. This is not the first time, however, because it's something strange. I think Kenya has something that they themselves haven't noticed, that the Nigerian startups have noticed, and that's starting to encroach so much. We will get to see this startup and what they offer, because I basically believe Kenyans have something in mind that could offer the same, but there are certain policies that favor the other country so much in this country that we don't offer. Uber announced something, and they made a statement stating that they have reached 1 million rides in Africa. And this is something interesting because Uber has been having quite a lot of things that have been happening in the ecosystem, precisely Kenya and Nigeria. This is due because of the government, sometimes in Nigeria, and the high cost of living per se. And as the week started, we saw something happen. An Uber exec, he is a formerly, not currently, Uber exec, stated that they slashed the prices of the drivers in Kenya, and this is because of, we really don't know what was the matter per se. And you could see someone working 80 hours a week and they go home with $20. You imagine that is without the expenses, and you can imagine how they survive in this high economy system. We get to see these startups that will boost that are from outside. They come to utilize the African culture, and we get to survive. However, the drivers went to court, and the petitions somehow were there, and a couple of things. Though during this time, Uber did something. Uber, instead of giving them a raise, they came and did what? They launched Uber Chap Chap. Because the Uber Chap Chap is quite fuel friendly and quite a little bit costly for the consumer or you as the customer, and also it's quite saving for the driver. Anyway, and as we go to their stats, they reached 1 million rides in Africa, and this citing they topped, they were in how many countries? Per se, quite in a lot of countries, but in South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya, they topped the charts. Basically, in these countries, they have other Uber things that are going on. Per se, Uber Eats and Uber other things, and it has given them something nice. And in this stats, something amazing is a lot of the rides were requested on Friday. Per se, after work hours, the average shortest ride took 24 minutes. And these, I don't know how it worked with the traffic situation in Lagos and the traffic situation in Kenya. For the 24 minutes in this traffic, we don't know. Maybe it's a stat that is combined in every other place and then brought together and then analyzed. But yeah, anyway, that is something amazing. That's a big win for Uber in Africa, and we don't know what is next. Despite all the situations that are happening, despite all the allegations and the confrontation with the drivers, where you get to see you enter a car, the driver asks you where you're going, it's how much, then they tell you to cancel the ride so that they consume all the money, they don't pay Uber. It's been happening for a couple of times, and I know you're familiar with this. If you're not familiar, you can go check. It's been happening around social media. An Egyptian startup that is focusing on health and wellness has secured a $1.5 seed round from A15. And in Africa, we get to see less persons focusing on mental health, because we believe in a notion of therapy is not ours. And this is a big challenge that has been facing the Egypt side, and it has caused some few things. And basically, they have been funded by A15. We get to see that the ratio of the doctors in Egypt is 1 to 2,000 per person, and that is so much and so overwhelming for a person. That's why Esaal decided to create a platform for health and wellness program where you come online, you source a doctor, and they get to run you through certain therapy sections. And Esaal saw this as a perfect ground to just fit in, because we see rare things. However, last week we saw Zuri securing a fund in Kenya, still facing the same thing with the doctors and the funding and the government and all this. And F15 has said this is quite an improvement in the African ecosystem, but precisely Egypt, or where they are based. And this will pick up very well from the seed round. We are waiting to see if they'll go to Series A, but we wish Esaal good luck in this venture. We hope they're going to create a good and very tech-friendly health program. Nigeria has been encroaching Kenya. This is not the first time we've seen AutoCheck coming to Kenya. We've seen YellowPay coming to Kenya, and all these are not Kenyan. They are Nigerian based coming into Kenya. And this week, Grey Partners launched in Kenya. They had their event at Radisson Blu, and with this they launched a neobank. It's a neobank actually. Grey is a neobank that helps remote workers to create accounts, offshore accounts, and in USD, in pounds, and in any other currency that is there where they are working. This is, however, a big win, basing right now remote workers are picking the pace, and PayPal having issues with the Africans. It might be a big win for Grey Partners. However, in Kenya they've partnered with Cellulant because they want to expand into East Africa. And partnering with Cellulant means they have to partner with another telco, which is Safaricom. You get where this is going. And this is M-Pesa. M-Pesa has been going into other countries. They are currently expanding. And Grey Partners saw this as a bigger channel. Cellulant, which is good in this telco business, then they come partner with also Safaricom in another way to channel these things, because we see companies like Cheaper Cash, we have had certain complaints. They are good in money transfer, however they've not been functioning in Kenya and they've not been functioning in Nigeria. I think that is receiving and sending. However, that is coming. But I think it's something we should check on as Kenyan startups. Why is Nigerian companies encroaching into the Kenyan ecosystem? Are we not that sufficient, or there's something that we don't see as the founders? And anyway, it's a huge game changer for the remote workers. They can go check. This Crunchy Bit has been sponsored by Google developers. And by Google developers, I mean I/O Extended is coming to Kenya. This is on the 4th of July. Is it 4th of July? Yeah, if I'm not wrong. 4th June. Yeah. And GDG is going to expound on the Google arena of technologies where developers come, learn, and they brainstorm and get to see what Google has been up and about. And we don't know. You be sure to check out. It's not only available for developers though. You as a startup, you as a founder, you can go there. You can go get resources from there. There's good knowledge that happens over there. You can go check their website and learn more about it. You can RSVP. The event will be happening at Strathmore. And for this Crunchy Bit, we are going to focus on a Namibian startup. It's rare you have some certain countries appear on the waves. However, this startup has managed. Though in January they appeared, for those who are not quite familiar with the ecosystem, they appeared in January where they raised a seed of 3.2 million. And this was funded by Tiger Global. Tiger Global is a venture that has been active in Africa for a very long time, and they're doing pretty well. And this startup in Namibia is a B2B e-commerce in a different way compared to other startups such as Market Force and Wasoko and Chari. And they're offering it in a different way, meaning that they have their wallet in the e-commerce platform. This leads to where the merchants, instead of outsourcing the cash, they have the cash in their wallets. And this wallet is also connected to the banks, making it easier for the transaction to happen through. And this is a game changer. Basically, Jabu has over 6,000 merchants across South Africa, Namibia, and Zambia, which they're looking into scaling into other countries. And the founder believes in a certain notion. The founder is called Akimi. He believes in a certain notion where he says BNPL is a very wrong move for these e-commerce companies. BNPL is buy now, pay later. He says that BNPL incorporates this culture of you get things on credit, then it brings a culture of bad debt, where you proving the track record of the finance of the company is very difficult. And this is not new to Akinin, because he says that it was a first-hand experience in Jabu, where clients used to come, take things on credit, go make a revenue, then buy stock somewhere else with the profit. You see, this made Jabu change their lane, because this was bad for the company and it brought a bad image. They couldn't focus and know how their financial gains are, where their profits are. But we thank God, or we thank Akinin for finding this. And we don't know how his startup will do with this J wallet, which is the wallet for Jabu, how they will focus on this. It might be a bigger game changer in the e-commerce sector. And we call it this a wrap. And as you've heard, this is the event section. You go and see about the Google developers, which is happening June 4th at the Strathmore, and go learn about Google stuff. They have a lot of things in the economy, and they're focusing on cloud, they're focusing on IoT, they're focusing on Android, Google Chrome. All these things revolve around startups, and cloud and IoT are becoming the next big things you should be sure to check out. Know where you can source developers and all this. And also GDG is offering some swag. Be sure to comment your name, subscribe, follow GDG and follow TTA for a chance to win these swags, and we'll keep you updated before the day. And that is us. Goodbye.